This video is a cool yet cautionary tale of how, as content creators, marketers, entrepreneurs, people that are looking for ways to make money online, how you can lose your focus and find something extremely cool like AI or in the world of AI and wind up creating an LLM playground like you see right here, where I was able to have AI create this for me and link out to all of the large language models, free, paid, anything that's available in the space of AI. But how did I get here? I got here by simply clicking this random button on something called websim.ai. What is websim.ai? Websim.ai is an interactive simulation platform that allows you to explore the boundless possibilities of an alternate internet. This is a beginner's guide. This is the page. I'll put a link in the description so you can check this out. But essentially what you're doing here is you're coming to websim.ai, and it says up here at the top, you can see, what would you like to create today? You can see here I created an Ancient Aliens quiz. This is the result page, but I created a quiz and it was able to show me the results. You can see all the other things that people are creating. This is a simulator. Essentially what you're doing here is you're coming and letting the AI go crazy by creating these websites or these applications. So essentially it's a staging ground, a proving ground, a place to generate ideas, but you can get lost in the fray. You could totally lose your focus by thinking that this is going to help you make money online. If you're trying or you need to design an app and you want to share that and you want to stage it and mock it up, then it makes sense to come here. It also makes sense to check it out to see what is going on in the world of AI and stay, up on what's happening, but don't lose your focus. The focus here, of course, is utilizing my proven top strategy of generating traffic to an offer and then adding people to an email list to build an affiliate marketing business or any online business really, and make sure that it's profitable by making sure that you are focused on your traffic source, which is creating content. In the world of what we do, we create content and then we link out to help people solve their problem, but we utilize that content or we create that content to show people the problem that they have and then how we can ultimately help them by clicking our link. And then of course that helps us earn a commission. And I want to bring all that back together and wrap this up around this cautionary tale, but show you how cool this is because it's exciting. So back inside of Websim AI, if you click here on the Ancient Aliens quiz result, you'll see the quiz result right here. But if you click here on this home button, or no, you come over here and you click on the bookmark button, you can see some of the things that I played with to include the LLM playground that I showed you in the beginning of the video, again, which is super cool and got my, my mind spinning. When I clicked that random button, it generated that for me, and it's sort of showing off what, it does best in the world of creating these web applications that are, sort of AI driven or focused on AI, because that's what folks are looking for. But of course, me here, the AI blog that I've created is about, or one of the topics that I talk about, or the subtopics or the categories on the blog is ancient aliens. So I created this quiz. So of course, this is Universe Unriddled, and you can see one of the topics or the categories is ancient aliens. And what I'm looking to do is to use quizzes as a piece of content over at the blog to rank and to get people on the site or even share on social media, because I have a Facebook page and other places where I'm generating traffic back to the blog. And those quizzes, when people come here, if I input the quizzes or if I create quizzes and have people where they can input their ideas or interact with what's going on the blog, and then of course interact and have fun and share after they've enjoyed the experience of my blog and the information they're getting in the form of those quizzes and the blog posts, and they've checked out all that information, then of course maybe they'll come over here and they'll buy my books or my products. Here, just a note, I've added an e-commerce element here, and I'm selling my own books or PDFs in this case. So those are, quote unquote ebooks. But again, not to go down the rabbit hole, the idea and the concept here is I created this page to create a quiz, and I was like, this would be super cool, and I could embed this because you can come over here and you can actually download the HTML and then you can use it on your website. But then I stepped back for a second and I remembered where I was when I first got started. Of course, I spent 30 years in IT, and I'm not afraid of technology, and I understand a little bit about programming and all these things and building websites. So you can get lost in turning knobs a lot of times, or you can get very frustrated or go down a rabbit hole, especially as a beginner, thinking that coming to websim.ai and creating this, how super cool it is. Even though it works here, it's just a simulator. It's just a staging area. But it gave me an additional idea for something that I want to do or go back to, because I already had this in my mind, right? I was already being creative and thinking I want to add these quizzes to the Universe Unriddled site. But check this out, because I just came up here, and I'm going to show you this in a second, how cool this is and how it works. But I want to frame all this into the context of a cautionary tale, not to get lost when we start playing with this. But it created this quiz, and it actually works. So you can see here, which ancient Indian text describes flying chariots. And then you can come down here and you can select any of them. Then you can come here and you can submit your answers. And you saw the results page at the beginning, but this web simulator is actually going to process the input and give me a response. And you can see here, it's building a score, and it has the ability to retake the quiz, learn more, join the discussion. Of course, these would all be links that I would have on my website. Join the discussion if I have a Facebook group or I had a forum, learn more. This could link to another blog post, or this could link to my books that I have for sale over on Gumroad. But the idea here is you get lost in this and you think how cool this is. But in reality, what I need to do is I need to go back and use tools that I've used in the past, like Fat Cat Apps, which is a WordPress plugin that simply allows me to create these over on my website very simply, very easily, with something that I know will work by me just clicking a button and going back to my website and going inside of WordPress and installing this and then choosing the type of quiz that I want to create and have it made and have it up and running and have it doing its job. Then, of course, here I can come to ChatGPT and say, create me a 5-question quiz about ancient aliens, and then let ChatGPT do what ChatGPT does and what I know it can do, create content that I can then take. And in the real world, not a web simulator like I have over here, where I am going up here and generating cool ideas because it said, what would you like to create today? Or coming over here and let's just click the random button so you can see how this works. And I have no idea what this is going to come up with, but you can see here it came up with a book craft. Enter your book idea. And then here it's going to allow you to come up with creating a book, how to create a book. But the idea, again, remember, this is just a web simulator. This is to give you an idea of the types of things that you can create with AI, because AI is creating this in the background. Now, again, it's giving you the download, or it's letting you download the HTML or the code, and you could take this and put this on your own website and build this out if you're not a creator. Or if you're not a coder and you just want to be creative and be the person that creates the website and be the creator behind the scenes, then you could outsource this once you have this idea or mock it up, and you could even share this because you can copy the URL. But come back here and think of anything that you want, anything that you would like to create content around. For example, a calculator. Let's just say, please create me a calculator and checklist for saving money from my side hustles. So for example, if you were creating content around side hustles and you were like, one of the great things that you can do with your side hustle money is you can just squirrel it away and save money. Oh, by the way, check out my calculator and checklist for saving money from side hustles. And you come here to websim.ai, and this is the power of artificial intelligence. Just like ChatGPT, when you get with ChatGPT and you start brainstorming and creating ideas and going through the process of ideation that I talk about here all the time, it's super powerful. But check this out. Now it's creating a side hustle savings calculator and checklist. And here you could even make this gated, and you could say, if you want to use this, you could have people enter an email address. So then they have to enter an email address, and you're building your email list for them to access the checklist or to access this calculator maybe more than one time. And check this out. Go back up here to Websim AI and say, do this. Keep this, but add a form to make this gated content to build my email list after using the calculator one time. And you just go through this process. And this is why I said the thumbnail of this video was create anything. And this is why when I want you to focus, or I want you to be able to focus on the task at hand of what we're doing here, we're trying to create content to make money online as marketers, entrepreneurs, creators. So understand that when you come back and check this out, just that simple. Now I have a gated piece of content, a lead magnet that I've created, side hustle savings calculator and checklist, get full access. Enter your email to unlock the savings and checklist and continue with the calculator. Of course, remember, this is a simulator. This doesn't work, but this is generating the code, and I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that so it saves it. And now I have that as part of, my history, because you have to create an account. It's a free account to play with this. And that's even more mind blowing that you can do all this for free, but then come back here and understand that all I have to do is click download, and it's going to download the HTML file. And then you can see the HTML file that it downloaded is right here. It's all of the code. The code, it actually works because we're playing with it right here inside of the simulator. And then of course you could test this out and play around with it because it's here inside the simulator. I entered an email address and I said get access. I don't think the button's going to go away, but you can see that it gave me access to the checklist. So while it works, or while it, almost works, the idea here is it's just a simulator, but you can do so many different things. And all you have to do here is come again to Websim AI. They have all these things. They have the WebSim for beginners. I'll link to this. And like I said, I hit the random button to create this LLM playground.net. And of course, it gives me an idea for a website, for a URL. So it gave me a website name here for a URL. Let's click the random button again just to see what it does. As a cautionary tale of making sure you're focused, here you can see it created a video game. I have no idea what the video game does. And it gives me some information here about how to play. So basically, I'm just using my arrow keys here to play this video game, and I'm doing this in real time. It randomly created this, so this may or may not, be something you want to do, but it sends you down that rabbit hole, right? And that is my cool thing of the day and sort of my rabbit hole, and something that I want to share that I just thought was super awesome, and I thought you would enjoy it. But I wanted to make sure that you remember to focus on what it is you're trying to do. And when you see these tools that are cool and it comes up with all these ideas, remember to be able to rein in those ideas and bring it back to the ultimate focus. In this case, or in the case of what I talk about here, if you want to make money online as an affiliate marketer, utilize my proven top strategy, generate traffic in the form of content that gets people over to see your offers, and then add those people to an email list so you can follow up with them. And that's how we, as marketers, entrepreneurs, and content creators, create content and generate quote unquote free traffic here on the internet to make money online. It's a very simple process, just requires a little focus. If you'd like to learn more about that, check out the video you see on the screen right now.